Okay, welcome to episode 5 of No Traps, No Gloria. And we have...
Gloria? Did you say Gloria? Oh, guys,
Whoops.
just hang on to your pants here because it's going to be a long one.
We got to edit this bad boy. All right.
He's not even done with his beer yet.
We have the venerable Viviana Podhaiski of Everyday Lifters with us. Say hi, Viv.
Hi, Viv.
Viv was at World Championships of Weightlifting this past year, the 2018, I'm sorry, I'm going way off, 2018 World Championships in Ashgabat, Turkmenistan, where she was there taking photographs of all of the lifters that we watch on Instagram and really on Instagram. So she brings us the live content that we need to be able to see, pictures, videos, and Viv?
Yes.
Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I missed Viv.
Yeah, I've missed Danny too.
Injure the guest.
That's a headbutt.
So I haven't seen you in like a month.
Yeah, it's been like a month.
So with Danny, I tell him everything in regards like behind the scene of everything that goes on at Worlds. He knows everything. We can't share it all here.
No, well, we could, but we may not be able to put it out there.
No, probably not.
The Turkmeni government will be coming after us.
We need the ratings. What's up, baby?
And I hope you're... we need a third microphone for you. We can't have all your witty comments being lost in the ether. So hopefully the phone picks that up. But anyway, let's start.
Okay.
Again, Viv has her own notepad. She came to an interview prepared with her own notepad. I mean, maybe she could just read to everybody. I don't really know how to go about this.
I don't forget anything.
All right, well, we're gonna start all the way from the beginning.
Okay.
Okay. What do you mean, okay? You don't even know where the beginning is. You don't know where I'm beginning from.
Oh, I'm saying okay, like
Okay.
I agree with you.
So first off, tell me, how miserable was the flight? In other words, on a scale of okay to me dying, what would it be?
For you dying?
Yeah.
Like if you were on the plane,
Yeah.
you would have died.
Yeah.
On the way back, not on the way there.
Really? Why?
I think because on the way there, you don't know what you're expecting, so you're kind of going through it. And,
Okay.
and you know what? We flew Emirates, and they did a really nice job.
That's a really nice. That's supposed to be like one of the best airlines.
Unbelievable. Like economy had extra room. They fed us like this great meal, almost like in Germany. When
Yeah,
we were
that was nice. Lufthansa was great too.
But Emirates like took it up a notch.
Yeah, that's that oil money. Yeah, that's that oil money.
So.
All right, I can be a little sensitive here.
So the way back was the one that was.
Yeah.
The flight back.
What was the flight like? Did you go? Were you direct or what?
No, so to enter Ashgabat, because it's not really a tourist city, surprise, surprise, right?
Oh, go figure.
So
For our viewers, just to give a heads up if you don't know, Turkmenistan, as my research has indicated, is the second most oppressive country on earth, the first being North Korea. Majority of the money that the nation has comes from the natural gas resources that the government monopolizes on everything, correct? Am I wrong? I mean, you were there, I wasn't.
Wrong, yeah.
Okay, so it would make it really interesting to go to a world championship because it's not like here where people come in and you see, I don't know, McDonald's or whatever else, and athletes have freedom to go and do whatever they like here, and we'll get into that later. It was much different there.
Yes.
So, okay, so that's a little background. So continue, as you were. Don't burp.
I'll be burping because I'm drinking beer,
Oh,
so I'm
okay.
really sorry.
That's something she's picked up from there.
So, so where was I? So, now I lost my train of thought.
You're talking about flying Emirates.
Also
You
the
flew in.
flying.
Yeah, the flying was good. You flew into Dubai, was it, or where'd you fly into?
So yeah, so we flew to Dubai, and then from Dubai to Ashgabat,
Okay.
Turkmenistan, and then upon entering the country, they take a photo of you. They do fingerprints. They're very strict on their visa. And that's another thing. It's almost like virtually impossible to get a visa.
Out of the country, into the country.
Into the country.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're very strict on the number of days. So
I can imagine that. I mean, heaven forbid we steal their state secrets. So, anyway.
So, I had never traveled any. I mean, the furthest I traveled was really Germany.
Okay.
Italy, which is farther. Germany.
Well, that's about the same.
But other from that, no. Ashgabat was really interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
How long was the flight in total?
On the way back, from leaving the hotel, everything, including leaving the hotel and getting to my house, 20 hours altogether.
Oh my God, I would have died. I'd be in a hospital right now. I'd be IV drip for about 36 days straight.
It was like the last 5 hours that was the most difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was coming back from Norway, I think the worst part, we landed and then we're sitting on the tarmac because the gate wasn't open, so we're sitting there for 40 minutes, and I was like, I was raging by that point. I somehow survived. I hate traveling, hate flying. It's just so, oh my God, my body can't take it. I think I established yesterday that I don't believe I have an immune system. I think I lost it somewhere along the line.
You have an immune system.
I don't know where it went though. It's not doing its job. I gotta, I got clementines when I landed in Norway, and then I was popping them when I went to bed.
You take the vitamin C.
That's a clementine.
I know, but like the tablets instead, because what do you need, like 40 clementines to help you?
That's what I had.
Like 40?
20. I counted 20, and I ate 20. Don't side-eye the camera. I know what I ate.
I believe
tell me
20
what I did.
clementines.
Yeah, that's fine. And then I went to bed, slept 14 hours.
And then shit himself because.
Well, I don't need clementines for that. I mean, that's a Tuesday. So anyway, going back to it. So what was it like upon arrival?
Upon arrival, okay, so we arrive and we've been like in the same class. So I flew with 2 other people from Lifting Life, the CEO and husband.
Okay, well, Lifting Life, will give us a little background on that for those who don't know.
So Lifting Life, they are a company that covers weightlifters. You'll see them primarily at the USAW events, and they do all the sequence photos. And then I'm part of their team of other photographers, and we do more of the personal stuff.
Okay.
We're just getting into some videos.
You as the teams do more personal things?
Yes. So
okay.
myself and so for Vegas, because that was a much bigger. So Vegas AO was at 3.
Correct.
5 platforms. So there were there's like the photographer who does the sequence, or the clicker.
Okay.
And then there's a group of us that does more of the more behind the scene for weightlifters. So they might buy a photo package and then we follow them around.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. That's fun. And is this what your role was in Ashgabat?
Yeah. So for Lifting Life, it's a little different because we have sponsors that have us, they pay for us to be able to go out.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then, so I traveled with Hala and Ryan.
Okay.
And that was good. I kind of liked having a man there because I went through a weird incident in Dubai. Mm-hmm. So maybe I'll start from there.
Okay.
It was sort of a culture shock for me.
Okay, that's kind of what I was getting into in the initial there of where your travels have led you from the onset.
So landed Dubai. Dubai's beautiful, by the way, and then Dubai's sort of like a central location for other countries to fly out of to go to their own country, I guess.
That makes sense. It's like a crossover or a halfway point, rather. For
other countries. So I don't want to mention the country or the religion I can mention. So there were...
You can speak candidly here.
Yeah, I can. I just don't want to offend anybody.
Well, it's your experience, and it is what it was. So.
And I learned a lot from this. So there was a group of, I guess it was a family, about 20 or 30, and I think...
A family of 20 or 30?
They were rolling deep, Danny.
Jeez.
They were rolling deep,
I don't think,
little kids. I
don't think I have that many on both sides combined, let alone little one.
We went through the security checkpoint, and myself and Hala, we were pushed and shoved and manhandled a bit. Okay. And they cut in front of us because I don't know why. Mm-hmm. I don't know if because we're Americans or I think primarily because we're women. Okay. And so Hala, who is also Muslim, so she believed that the people that were coming through were, their religion, they follow, I guess, what is it?
Devoutly, would you say?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, devout Muslims, as you would say.
But with her being a Muslim as well, because I asked her a lot of questions, and so she kind of gave me an overall of like what it's like for her to be a Muslim versus maybe other countries and why they treated us in that way. Okay. She was very upset herself, but in that, because it was New York and you're going to push me, I'm going to push you back. But I was in Dubai and I didn't want to get cut in the bathroom, so that's...
Or blown apart.
But I did, at one point, I did stand my ground because all my camera equipment had went through... it was on the other side. So I had my $12,000 worth of camera equipment on the other side without me. Okay. They're trying to get through, pushing us out of the way. And finally there was a big woman and I just got right in there. They didn't like it.
Well, yeah.
No, they were pissed off.
They just were they on the same plane as you or no?
No. Okay. Because they were going back to their country. But they were looking at us like, don't go to the bathroom, bitch, because I'm going to cut you. They were... not happy.
You should have took their picture.
I'm glad that I went through something like that because one, I then really appreciated. Not that I didn't appreciate.
It gave a different perspective to you.
Did, and then and I don't know much about other countries or even people that are Muslim. But Hala and I had a very good conversation, and and I learned a lot on this trip. You know, like other people's religions and then why they do certain things.
Okay.
A lot of it's, I mean, most of it, it's just beautiful the way that they go about living.
In what sense?
Well, I don't want to skip around too much, but it was, I got to see a prayer among men.
Oh,
we
okay.
Went to dinner, and I had never seen other men. They do this thing where they make believe they're washing their faces and they then pray.
Okay.
And to see that you don't, and this isn't like a public restaurant. You don't see that. Like if we all go out to eat, the men don't hold hands and pray or anything like that.
And they're on the ground too?
What's that?
Are they on the ground too?
No.
Okay.
This is just.
They just stand to it?
Yeah, they're sitting. It's just a
Okay.
quick prayer.
Oh,
Before
okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Wasn't that? That's a good perspective. Okay, so when you landed there
Yes.
in Turkmenistan, yeah, when you finally got there, what was it like?
It was the middle of the night. No, it was like 4
Oh, really?
a.m.
That's the middle of the night to me.
So then we go in, we enter, and then so everyone gets a volunteer.
Okay.
And what gets a little weird is that because Hala was also media. Oh, and Tim with us. It was another guy that was with us.
Tim. I forgot about Tim.
Yeah. So Tim was coach/media.
Okay.
Myself, I was media. Ryan was coach/media.
Okay.
And Hala was media and athlete.
Yes.
But it really messed them up because I think we were supposed to all go to separate places.
Okay.
Based on what our credentials said.
Yeah.
It all got straightened out, but we did have our volunteer who ended up being this like awesome guy. We made him a little nervous because
really? Why?
Yeah, because we were all supposed to go on separate buses and we convinced him that no, we all need to go to the sports hotel and we'll figure it out there. And he did that, but I think he was nervous to go against the rules.
Because he was going to get killed?
No, he's not.
Oh, well, I'd be nervous too.
He's not going to get killed. But they were the people that were there their priority was to make sure that we enjoyed ourselves.
Okay, well that's good
We
then.
were guests there.
Yes. Well, that's a good thing about abroad, at least in that sense. They may not like you, but they at least have the cultural hospitality.
They were very curious about us. So, and they were extremely welcoming. I mean, I met several photographers that were just awesome. The media manager that was at the event, Goldshat, she may hear this, so and hopefully see the video. But she was just amazing. She was kind of thrown into this position, and she had to figure out what to do. And she did an amazing job. A little stressful for her in the beginning.
Where's she from?
She's from Ashgabat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we get on the buses. We go through town, which is like. Everything's neon lights.
All right.
So neon green, pinks, yellow. It's something I've never seen before. Lots of marble buildings.
They're known for that. Having, again, my research. I'm so well researched. I believe the world's largest. What is it? A monument or something of all marble?
Let me check my notes.
Oh well, luckily we have the Bible of Ashgabat over here.
So I think they had like the Guinness World Record of.
Guinness.
How do you say Guinness?
Yeah, no, I'm just
Guinness.
Guinness, you're correct. Yes.
Guinness World Record. Most building clad in marble.
Yes, that's what I was trying to think.
It's beautiful. I mean, everything was super clean and.
No.
And then the bus goes through like a big security. They check for bombs. They check for all that. Yeah.
Okay.
And then finally, when you get.
You should have said that was back at the other airport. You have to worry about that here.
Well, that was like
we made it.
That was like a weird thing too. We had difficulty bringing in our checked bag tape.
Like what kind of tape? Like what? Like duct tape or electrical tape?
No, yeah, just tape for like taping down our wires and stuff. So somebody physically had to bring it to the plane. We could not bring it.
Really?
They had some very strict rules leaving Dubai. So we arrive, okay, we go to the hotel, and then just to kind of give you an idea, every time you enter, and why are you laughing?
Because I'm funny.
What is he doing?
Nothing, I'm just funny.
You tell me, because I'm going to see the video.
She's giving the camera weird looks.
Weird looks? I'm looking at the camera. That's proper recognition for the audience. So, is that the fourth wall? Did I break the fourth wall by saying that? I've heard of that. I've read that one somewhere. The fourth wall, yeah.
Is that your research again?
Well, I'm well researched. So anyway, as you were saying.
So anyway, entering the sports hotel where we were staying, you had to go through security. So I had to put every day, even when I came in for lunch, I had to put all my bags down. Go through, I had to scan my badge. So this is it.
There's a story behind the badge, she said, too.
There's a story behind the badge.
Okay, so scan your badge.
I scan the badge, and this is every day. Every day. Badge, every day.
Okay, everyday scanner.
Everyday scanner.
That's what you were. Get it? Get it?
Yes, but I'm bummed. So that's pretty much in a nutshell. Like,
okay.
So and then you guys saw from the photos, like the hotels were beautiful. The room was
that was all brand new. Wasn't that constructed for this? Or it was constructed. Wait, no, wasn't there? I think the Asian Championships or something was held there. I believe. I could be wrong.
I don't remember. But the whole facility was like $5 billion or something.
Wow, I gotta get on some natural gas. I'll start digging in my backyard. Hopefully, stumble across something. A propane cache.
The area is just the whole area is gorgeous. I can totally see them holding the Olympics there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, really well thought out.
Well, see, government planning.
No,
it doesn't work like that. The government does not create jobs. Remember that. Okay, so anyway.
So what else would you like to know?
Now I want to get into the lifting. How is the lifting? How are the lifters?
Amazing.
How was my man Sean and Max? And those are really my two boys, so that's about it.
By the way, I told Sean that, because when he saw me...
Sean Brown from Ireland.
Sean Brown. How's Danny? And I'm like, seriously, dude? I haven't seen you in like months. He asked about you immediately.
What would you expect?
And then I told him that you have been asking about him more than my own safety. How's my boy Sean? I'm like, Jesus, Danny. I'm like, really?
Hey, it's an Irish guy's bond. We had it right from the start in Meissen. Yeah. And even German Eric was like, look, the two English-speaking countries are talking to each other. Like, yes, that's right. So, good.
But they were great. I don't think Sean performed as well as he wanted to.
Okay.
But I think that's for every weightlifter. They want more.
Always. And I imagine the travel for some of them was tough. I like from Europe, I can't think of being too bad, but especially like some of the further countries like South America and stuff, or the U.S. lifters, that had to be very taxing on them, I would think.
Yeah. And I know for Colombia last year, they had some atrocious traveling. So this is now a second year in a row where...
For poor traveling?
Yeah. I don't know what happened last year, but it was really far away. But no, Sean looked great. Max looked great too.
Okay.
And again, I think also for Max, he wanted to do better. And he looked strong. He looked unbelievably strong.
Okay.
He looked like he could have gone for much more.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it just wasn't there. But there was a bit of...
that happens.
And granted, this is really the second time I've seen Max as a competitor.
Okay.
But in his last attempt for, I think it was a clean and jerk maybe, or maybe it was the snatch. There was something about him that was very, he came out, before they even announced his name, he came out and was just like, there was a presence about him. And, and then, from speaking to Max, he's just a nice guy.
He is. He's a nice guy.
And to see
it took a while to break him in. Max, it took a while to be broken in.
So, but there was a sense of like, he was ready to rip something apart to make the lift. So it was nice to see him in that way.
That's nice to be in that atmosphere, especially with every lifter's like that. It's not like people just doing it for fun or what, but everyone's out there to kill and out for blood.
Yeah.
That's a good perspective.
Yeah. Yes. It was great lifting. But my favorite part, because someone had asked what was like your favorite session.
Okay.
And it's not, I enjoyed all the sessions obviously that I went to, because people were breaking world records. I also got to see teams I didn't get to see last year.
Okay. Well, that last year, nobody was there.
Yeah.
So
it was a little...
Yeah, it was a fuller house, if you will. It was like everybody, all the parties were there.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
The training hall was my favorite.
Okay. Why? Tell us why. Everyone wants to know why.
Why? Because you get to see how the teams interact with one another. You get to see a bit of their personalities.
Okay.
They don't mind being photographed, so if they see me with the camera, they start to pose, Or,
it sounds like me.
Yes, a little bit. Yes, I know.
Why?
Nothing. Look at you, but you got like me.
Well, it's true. But it's my duty to do that because I know the camera loves me, so I want to give back.
Guys, if you're listening right now, I need you to go.
What do you mean if? Of course they are.
You guys, if you're listening, you're listening. Please go on to, where can you find this, Dan? Dan Smith? YouTube, right?
Yeah, YouTube, on SoundCloud. There'll be a link on the New York Weightlifting Academy.
Watch it on YouTube because you need to see our faces in this. It doesn't do justice in the SoundCloud.
I hope the camera's just facing me the whole time.
She's supposed to be on?
Yeah. No, she's not. You're doing the right thing.
I am prettier.
We want to provide the audience with what they need.
I can't. Guys, comment below.
Yeah, comments would be cool. Okay, so what was the weirdest thing that happened there? Like a weird experience. Doesn't have to be crazy. Not like.
Weird.
Well, yeah,
weird.
it was something weird.
Something weird.
Yeah, like
Okay,
like
so-
someone clogged the toilet with like a, I don't know, a turkey or something like that.
All right. Well, I can give you 2 weird things.
All right.
Okay.
I like
So,
weird things.
One was I had asked to go to a mall. So when you can't leave the place without somebody taking you. A volunteer needs to be with you at all times.
Okay.
So
That's not really a volunteer at that point. But anyway.
So I went to the front desk and I said I'd like to go to the mall. I knew the mall was nearby.
Sorry, that was funny.
So they didn't take me to the mall nearby. I
Really?
went to a mall off the Ashgabat, like
Where
off
is it?
the
They
Olympic.
took you to
They
Iran?
took me off, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like we're not in Kansas anymore. And I didn't have
a headscarf?
No, you
Oh.
don't have to wear that.
Oh, all right.
So any woman that wears a head, like
Infidel,
they cover
yeah.
their head, they're married.
Okay.
So I learned that there.
Oh,
but,
interesting. Very nice.
I didn't have manat on me, so I was just told like, oh, you can just exchange it at the mall. So I asked and it was 2 women that were with me, 2 younger women.
Okay.
And
They were your, quote, volunteers?
my volunteers to,
Okay.
and that's their job. They had to come with me and just make sure I was safe. I had to continue wearing my badge while I was there.
Okay. Oh, man, I would have, that thing, lifesaver right there.
I know.
I wouldn't take that thing off in the shower.
So I asked the girl, I said, where can I exchange manat? And she was like, that's illegal. So it's illegal to exchange manat in the mall. You have to do it at a bank. And I did not realize that.
Really? Could you use a card?
No.
Oh, okay. Do they have that technology?
You know, I didn't even ask, but
Okay.
I just, everything is manat. So
So you're window shopping, basically.
Yeah, and the exchange rate, so what she did, she helped me out by, I borrowed money from her and then I paid her back.
Okay.
But she made out on it because the exchange rate is like, for every dollar is like 16, 18 manat, it could be.
Okay.
And I think she charged the hotel price, which was like 4.
Oh, man. Capitalism thrives everywhere.
So,
even in oppressive countries, it's amazing.
Isn't that usury, which is illegal?
Well, to which religion?
So, anyway, but we were talking a bit and she's telling me a little bit about her culture and things.
Okay.
And she had asked me if
How old is she about?
early 20s.
Okay.
So pretty much she told me that I was too old to have young kids. So
Okay.
I told her the age of my kids and she's like, so old.
Wow.
She's like, my mom is your age. I'm like, well,
Wow. Yeah, jeez.
okay. Speaking the truth here. And so she was just curious about like the age of women. When do they start having babies here? When do they get married? And she just couldn't understand. First, she couldn't understand why I was in Ashgabat as a sports photographer.
Okay.
That was like, what are you doing here? Like, you need to be home with your kids.
You'd be making naan.
This is crazy. So
Cooking bread on a rock.
And the other weird thing that happened was, so there was like an ongoing thing that the rooms were bugged,
Okay.
which may have been true. So on my closet light and someone else that I know, it's motion sensor, the light kept going on and off
Really?
on its own, and it was freaking me out.
Yeah.
Or I'd hear noise. So in the walk-in closet, there was like a panel like with a lock on it.
Okay.
I'm sure it was just for the electrical, like for all the overhead lights and everything else. But in my head, I felt like there were people behind there. I'm like, there's people behind this fucking panel, and they're just watching me the entire.
You're probably right. Insecurity's rampant in a nation like that.
Anyway, but
Did you give them a good show, though?
I sure did. Walked
Yeah.
away.
Oh man, Mr. Smith. Why are you not on mic right now? I really hope this gets picked up. She danced around the room naked.
No, I
You
didn't.
know, that would be a great way to fool them, or not fool them, to throw them off their game, because I mean, the likelihood of them seeing a naked woman, especially an unmarried one they're not married to, has got to be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Be like Jesus coming through the clouds or something like that. They'd be like, what is that? And then
I wish you guys could see Dave Smith's face.
I tell you, our producer, he's got to be on film here. He's indispensable, as I say. Wow.
So that's it. So those are the 2 sort of weird.
Weird things? Okay.
Yeah.
What was the most memorable thing? Most memorable experience you had there? I mean, I'm sure it's hard to say because there are probably
there's
so
a
many.
lot.
What was the coolest then?
One, I think being able to follow around the German team
Yeah.
and document them.
Well,
closely.
you were hired to take some
Yes.
pictures for them, right? So
Yeah.
that's got to be cool. So you had a little bit more attention
Yes.
on them for that specifically. Okay.
So that was great. I mean, that's just, I mean, to be able to follow around the German team, it was just amazing. And people, and the amount of response that I received, like through messages of, people love seeing women on the team this
Yes.
year. They were like,
On the German team,
yeah,
that
on
is?
the German team, they were so
Okay.
excited.
Really? Why? They've always fielded strong women.
I guess, I don't know. Maybe because they just haven't seen them enough on social
Okay.
media.
I know a lot of them don't have social media, I believe.
No.
They're pretty off of that.
Yeah.
Distractions takes away from your lifting.
Yes, it does. So
Okay, that's
so
cool.
that's pretty cool. And Mohammed Ihab, he was out.
Yes, he seems to have your fancy.
Oh my gosh! So he was out in.
Because you're brown too. Like, you're both brown. You're like,
He was out in the, like, how do you say, the stand?
Yeah,
Right?
the stands.
The stands. And I was talking to Tim about something, and he comes over, and I get this, and I
Okay.
get, like, and I'm like, what? Like, I didn't want to be bothered.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, hi. And I was like,
does he speak English?
he's a little bit,
Okay.
a little. So I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I said it. I was like not playing it cool. I was like,
Yeah.
no, not like that. So I was like, can we take a selfie? Yes. Like you idiot.
Very
of course.
enthusiastic.
Like that's why I'm here. So,
Oh, that's so cool.
So I took a photo with him, and that was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That last lift of his, that was so unfortunate.
Yeah, I know.
Mm.
But and I think people remembering me from California was really cool.
Yeah.
And
Seeing a returned face, it just
Yes.
goes to show that you're not just there for the time, but you're not ephemeral. You're not short-lived. You might actually be around for a little bit while longer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
maybe.
see.
We'll see.
Thanks, Danny.
What? What does that
No,
mean?
I
No, that's a
genuinely
compliment. You're welcome.
My God, did you guys see that? You got that. Don't edit that
What?
out. I thanked you.
Why are
That was
you
like a
yelling at
genuine
me?
thank
I
you.
know it. But usually she's sarcastic. Her thanks are like, oh, thank you. Yep, thank you.
Now he's making the faces.
Yeah. She is, right?
No microphone for you now.
Cállate. So, tell me about the American team. How was the American team?
I loved watching them.
She loved watching them.
Yes, I did. I was really proud to be there. I think especially because of what happened in Dubai.
Yeah, it just kind of bolstered that little bit of
Yeah, like
cultural sense of freedom, dignity, ability.
I mean, and the group is so diverse, so there is no to be in a country like Ashgabat and to have Americans there as a team. I was really proud of them. So
Okay.
I was excited to see. I mean, Wes Kitt with those jerks that he had greatly improved. I was really excited for him. Wes Kitt.
Yes, you're right.
I'm trying to think. Why are you laughing?
Because I wasn't there, and I'm telling you that you're
Yes.
right.
yes.
See, I just know everything. It's crazy. But
No,
anyway,
I'm
as you
terrible
were.
with names, so I have to,
It's all
work
right.
on
Well, as
that.
long as you remember mine.
Yes.
But I'm unforgettable in every way.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So anyway, yes, continue with the Americans.
I loved watching them compete. I was really
Okay.
excited for them. So I hope for more, as the younger weightlifters come through for a better team later on. Yeah.
I actually got I saw a thing. I guess they're doing a combine sometime soon for weightlifting.
No, what?
The USA Weightlifting holding a combine. So
What is that, combine?
yeah, they just test
Oh,
those.
yes,
for
yeah.
let's say seeking future lifters. So
So I'm excited for them as a whole. Too.
That's good.
Yeah. And I love that they went to Germany and they did some stuff there. I'm sure they were exhausted though. I can't imagine being away from home and for that long.
yeah, I imagine that's tiring. Did they stay there the whole time, or after they competed, would they filter out? Do you know?
I think some left.
Yeah.
I think.
It'd be a long time. I'd be like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go. All right, I'm
Well,
done. Goodbye.
And someone like Sarah Robles who competes at the very end.
Yeah,
That's tough. It was tough for her.
she was there the entire time.
Yes,
Wow. Oh man. Good. And she competed well.
she did.
I like her.
Yeah, I like her coach too. Her coach is awesome.
Yeah. I haven't met
guy.
him. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Maybe
But
one day you
Maybe
will.
one day we'll introduce. We'll make our introductions. We'll have him on here. He'll be sitting in this chair.
You never know.
Well, that's, no traps, no gloria. There's no limits. No traps, no gloria. Sorry, forgive me. That's great. So, and the jet lag is finally worn off.
Yes. I think I just don't travel well. Like I've heard from people.
I don't travel well. I'll tell you that.
Just a few days, you'll be fine. No, it's taken me well over a week to
Yeah.
get adjusted back to everything.
Oh my God, I'd be infirmed. absolutely disheveled. I don't know. I'm glad I didn't go. I'd be dead. Hopefully next year
But you've been traveling more, so.
A little bit, but that doesn't mean I'm getting used to it.
Let me tell you something. About 2 years ago, Danny was like, "Fuck traveling. Oh, these people that travel everywhere." Blah, blah. And then now you went to Germany.
Yeah.
Went to Miami.
Yeah.
And then where were the small other stops?
Oh,
right?
geez, there were a
the
whole
other big
bunch.
one's Norway, right?
San Diego, Toronto, twice, 3 times actually. What?
So now he's Mr. Traveler.
But it kills me. I'm
sure it does.
Oh, I was dead. Oh my God! If I didn't have those clementines, that vitamin C, that stuff's powerful.
20 of them.
Yeah, 20 clementines, carefully selected and counted, and I had almonds too. Did you know 80% of the world's almonds are grown in California?
Say almonds again?
I said almond.
Almonds?
Almond. It's almond, but I say almond.
Okay.
Almond and blueberry.
All right.
Yeah.
English is a little difficult for me.
No, that's
I'm
my
confusing.
English. No,
Okay.
you were born here. What do you mean it's difficult for you?
And that was like another weird thing because I spoke so much Spanish on that trip.
Yeah.
I started to
Forget English?
a little bit. There were some words that I started to forget, and
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
My first
tell-
language was Spanish.
Tell us about speaking Spanish with the Spanish people.
That was great.
Yeah?
I loved it.
Who'd you talk to? Oh my God, tell us.
So the president of the Mexican Weightlifting Federation,
Yeah.
and the Colombian Federation,
Okay.
and some of the weightlifters here and there. I can't remember their names right now, but
Okay.
I love that they bring.
You mean you don't have that in your notepad?
No, because it wasn't one of the questions.
Oh, okay. Well, see,
So,
that's why you don't come to an interview with your own notepad.
Shut up. So they were bringing in their music,
Yeah.
little salsa, merengue.
Did you dance with them?
I really wanted to.
You
but
should have.
No.
That would have
I
made major
can't.
points. All of a sudden you start shaking.
No, I have to be careful. And that was one of the questions on here that it was really
What's that?
Interaction with weightlifters. How do you approach them and how do they approach you?
Like human beings?
No, because it gets a little weird.
Really?
Yeah, it gets
Why? How's it get weird?
Yes. So, and this is something I need to feel more comfortable with. So obviously Gregor and Nat can go to a group of men.
Yes.
And completely like, hey, when are you going heavy this week on your squats or, for
Yes.
last year, a weightlifter slid into my DM and asked for me to go to his hotel room.
Nice.
All right, so this is the kind of stuff that I need to be a little careful with.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So
Interesting.
Interesting. I also have almost like also Mark like in the back of my head too. Like I feel if I
Yeah.
approach a team as they're training, I can feel Mark like hitting me in the back of the head, like don't fucking bother them. They're training.
Well, I mean,
So I don't know if it's because I'm a weightlifter and that's how sort of things are done here that I don't know. I'm
you're a little bit more
hesitant to approach them.
where neither of them have really lifted, so they just kind of go in and like, hey.
But they can because people know who they are.
Well,
I mean,
now
this
they
year,
do. But
this
they're
year-
getting to know who you are.
Yeah, I had some coaches, and like I said, that was really awesome. Like the coach from Great Britain, he came right up to me.
Yeah.
He goes, "I remember you from last year." He shook my hand.
Good day, bloke. Is that how he spoke?
No, well, maybe a little.
Yeah, all right. See, not too far off.
So I have to just approach the weightlifters just carefully. That's all.
Okay.
Yes.
How was your interaction with Max Long?
I didn't really get to talk to him a lot.
Why?
Because he left almost like
Really?
the day after he competed. Yeah,
I
he
love
didn't
his
stay.
style. I would have done that too.
Oh,
Like,
I agree.
Before the bar even stopped bouncing on the platform, I would have been on. I would run into the plane. Get my stuff. We gotta go.
Yeah.
We gotta get out of here.
But and here's the thing, like I won't talk to the weightlifters. I feel funny because I feel like I'm
Yeah.
working. So Max came to me to say hello, and
Okay.
I like that because then I feel like I have
familiar. You have an
it's
in. You got a buddy.
Yeah, like it's okay to talk to them, but
Was it Eric? Wasn't there? Was he?
no, he wasn't.
Okay.
So it was good. He looked great, and he was heading back to Germany to do
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But I haven't posted the photo yet, but there was one of the weightlifters that
She's holding out on us.
I forget. I call him Mateus, but I don't think that's his name.
Okay.
It's Matti. Darn it.
Matti from where?
He's from Germany. He's one of the bigger guys.
Matthias.
Matthias.
Yeah.
So Eric had asked me to take some photos of him, and I arrived to go
Okay.
take some photos, and that was
Yeah.
the last day Max was there. And at one point, Max was actually fixing his hair
Really?
while he was warming up, and I thought that was so sweet because you would not see that here in America.
Fixing your hair?
Yeah, for like another man to fix another man's hair.
So wait.
He was fixing his hair.
Oh, good.
Sorry, I just.
Well, you can fix. I need my hair fixed now.
So he was fixing his hair, before I started taking the photos, and I thought that was really cool.
I like that.
Yeah, I did too.
I'm gonna say why I like that. This is me going on a little tangent here. I like that because that goes to what I'm getting.
Yeah.
And tell me if you agree with
Yes.
this. So this is your opinion. They not even just a German team, but they take pride in what they're doing in every sense. Their physical appearance, how they lift. Whereas there are a lot of people who look like complete slobs. We were just beards that look like just gnarly bushes. You're waiting for a raccoon to come out. Hair that just looks like they took it out of a hat and then just showed up somewhere. I mean, but it's that goes to show the attention to detail, and that they care about everything across the board. Right? So I like that.
Yeah.
That's something that's lost.
Well, then for some of the teams, maybe, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just messed it up. I fixed it.
Did it really?
before.
Oh, we'll fix it again, please.
So that was really sweet to see. So that's the kind of stuff that I get to see among the weightlifters.
Okay. Thank you. Is that good?
Welcome. It's okay. It's fine.
All right.
So that's the kind of stuff I get to see among the weightlifters. That's pretty cool. So you see that all in the training hall.
Everyone fixing each other's hair?
No, not like that.
Oh,
you know what
okay.
I mean? So like the way that they interact with one another.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
it's an intimate bond, if you
Yes.
you could say. I like that's really cool. See, that's the stuff that you'll never get anywhere else, other than being there. Is what I mean. That's the experience you can, or what makes it such a great experience, I would think.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
I didn't get to go to the warm-up area this year, so I was a little bummed, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Why weren't you?
They were really strict on where I could go.
Because you're a woman?
No, it's just,
okay.
I think in California it was just sort of so free in terms of, like, they weren't strict at all.
God bless America.
So I got to go to the warm-up area, but this year...
But honestly, that's nice, and I like that. When I was at the American Open, the warm-up area was just melee. There were people falling on top of people. It was like a people sandwich.
Yeah,
that's too much. You
crazy.
need to have regulation with that. That's for the lifters' sake. You need that. It's
a safety issue.
No, very much. For not even just the lifter, for the other people involved too. So
the original pass that I had received had me only in a very specific media section in chairs facing the platform.
So you're designated certain spots?
Yeah. Well, this originally, and I was like, fuck, what the hell am I going to take? I can't take pictures here. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And somebody put me in touch with someone else and got my pass upgraded.
Ah, very
So
nice.
I was able to...
pays to know. Did you grease any wheels, or they just did that on their own?
No, they did that on their own.
Oh, even better.
Because I was a nice person, and I asked nicely. So.
Yes,
So
you get more with honey than you do with vinegar.
That's true.
It's true. Okay, so anyway.
I got to sit in where Nat was and where Gregor was. And they had said the same thing too. Like, it's nearly impossible from where they were to be able to get the shots they needed.
Yeah.
So I was able to go further down in the field of play. That's what it says here.
Okay. Was it a tough venue to photograph as a photographer? I don't know anything about that. Although what I know about photography is that when I use your camera, I take great photos, but I don't know the process thereof. So you tell me.
Danny loves himself. So
did I not take great pictures of Ross and Fireman Mike?
When was that?
That was at the Norwalk meet. When I use your camera, you're like, it's too close. It's too close. And then all of a sudden, these
they were
just,
nice.
Yeah.
They were nice photos. But I had the settings on there already. All you had to do was press the button.
No. She said it was too close. She was literally yelling at me that it was too close.
I was not.
Yes, you were like, it's too close. It's not going to work. And I'm like, clack, 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 clack. And all of a sudden, it's like, I think Mike used it as like a family portrait. It was so good.
So with the event, because there was one specific area that we had to stay.
Okay.
It got a little weird when other photographers just didn't give a fuck and they just got in your line of view.
Oh, really?
And they were pretty much like, I'm fucking going here. I don't care what you're doing.
So are you like corralled, let's say like, just for example, like an area the size of the platform, you and X number of other photographers are put into that space?
It's sort of in that space, but what I did was I tried to find pockets of open space for certain photographs that I know nobody else would take.
Okay.
So I know everyone else that's in this specific area, they're all going to take all those sequence photos.
Okay.
They're all going to look the same. So when CJ Cummings did, I forget, it might have been his last clean and jerk, I pulled myself away from the group because
they'd all be right there.
had taken the same sequence photos.
Yeah.
I wanted to grab the shots of his coach and him on the chalk bowl and him approaching the barbell. So those are the kind of photos I prefer to take.
Oh, that's cool. And that's like I said to you, that's what differentiates you. I think, at least, not playing any favoritism, but I mean, every hook grip photo is the same hook grip photo, no matter what year, what venue it is. It's all the same. But where yours, everyone's different angle, different position.
Yeah,
I think that's a good thing to have, I would think.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And he's, I think his thing is mostly the videos, so he's kind of pulled away a lot from the photos. Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't know what you get out of that, though.
The videos?
I mean, it's cool to see videos, but I mean, but eventually videos would be played out. No, it's going to be like the pictures were a novelty and nuance when they started, but now they faded out. Video is obviously there, but every video is going to be the same.
I think in terms of as a business perspective, I think videos will probably always do better than pictures. For me, it's I mean, I don't know, I can't speak for Nat, but I know for me, going into taking these photos, that there's a sort of an artistic side to it. There's I'm trying to document these weightlifters in a way that they haven't been before. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Then that's what I'm actually getting at, though. That's a different element to where you're taking it from just being someone performing a lift and performing the lift as that person does the lift. I mean, you could let's say like you could look at Lasha doing a snatch from let's say 30 to 45 degree angle. I mean, how many times can you look at him doing that? It's going to be the same. It's going to look good. But I mean, if you're catching different elements, different emotions in that, I mean, that's the whole purpose, or more or less a purpose of what you're trying to get across. No?
For the work that I do.
For the work that you do. But does that differentiate from, let's say, sports photography in general? But I mean, I would think any bit of photography has got to be, you're looking to capture more emotion in as much. I mean, it's not like what you're doing is not looking exactly for. It's not like you're providing pictures for the sake of analysis and research. You're providing pictures for the sake of interest, for emotion, for the intensity of the sport. And there's only so many, how many times I can look at this guy from that angle doing the same thing? There
is a population of people, though, that want that.
Yeah.
They love to see those slow-mo videos. Stuff, so.
But I mean, I don't.
Or maybe not.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I mean, like, let's say, like, for myself personally, and again, this is maybe a good thing, and me being for helpful for you being a novice in that matter. You scroll through Instagram, you see it, you watch it, but it's like, all right, next. I mean, it's not like I'm going back. I got to save this, and I got to watch this 5 more times, and I got to analyze this 10 more times, and I got to go over it because it's just.
But you're also your opinion is based on as a coach. Like, I wonder if as a regular weightlifter, if their interaction with that, like, let's say, any video, if it's all things gym or hook grip, if they interact with it differently than you would.
I don't know. I personally think it's an art form. It's work that you're doing. You're not just producing. Well, you're producing, but you're not just putting out content for the sake of putting out content.
No, there's a purpose.
That's exactly it. And if you're going to do work, you need to have a purpose to it. Otherwise, you're not really doing anything at that point. If it's like that, like the thing, if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards.
Because there are photographers out there that they want to get into weightlifting photography just for the sake of being famous.
Yes.
Just for the followers. That's like their big concern.
They should pick a different sport if they want to be that. pick something that more than 10,000 people are involved in.
Well, here's the thing: in mainstream sports, I can't show up there with my big lens. I'd get turned away.
Yeah.
You can't go into let's say like a Knicks game and just start taking photos. No, you can't do that. But in weightlifting, because those rules, like I think the rules in photography and how weightlifting is covered hasn't caught up yet. Like in terms of like how these photos can be used. It's a little maybe within the next 10 years.
Because there's no money involved. There's no money, there's no salaries. That's the problem.
For weightlifters, no.
No, for weightlifters. I mean, you may have the athletes getting paid by the government, but it's not like LeBron or not even like Lundqvist. It's completely different. There's no economy behind it. It's more of a sport of love and personal intrinsic motivation, in as much as any other larger sport where you have sponsors and such. I mean, you may have sponsors, but you're not going to make $2 million wearing a patch on a singlet. You're going to, lucky if someone gives you a pair of shoes. The weightlifters make 6 figures. Well, that's with the government, though. 6 figures? You sure?
Yeah.
Where are you quoting this from? Who?
Someone I told. There's a couple through all the sponsors and stuff that they receive. Yeah. It also depends on the country, because there's some countries that they're treated like kings.
That's what I mean. It's very, very limited with that, though.
Yeah.
So, and not like. I mean, hopefully the sport keeps going to where it can fuel that further.
I hope so.
Well, that's what you're here for.
Yes.
Take pictures of them. Next on the order, did you take any nudes?
No nudes, however.
Whoa! All right.
So someone had asked if there was an embarrassing moment. So some of the weightlifters, they have no problems getting like down to their underwear. So like mentioned before,
Did you have your fastest lens possible?
I couldn't.
Sequence? With a machine gun. It was like a machine gunner was there.
I became like a child. I was like, underwear. Like a complete kid. So...
Is male or female?
Men. Just the men do this. But
the women would have been arrested.
There was a female weightlifter last year in the warm-up area.
Last year.
She was like down to her boobs.
Yeah, in the U.S.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm talking Turkmenistan.
Yeah, no, that shit was.
She would have been thrown in a well.
So there was, I mentioned before I was there for the German team.
Yeah.
And Jürgen was.
Jürgen. He's not hand cream.
Jürgen, okay.
He's not hand cream.
Jürgen. He was down in his underwear and he had
she liked it.
He had
fond memories.
Like blue Star boxer briefs on.
Okay.
And
a missile.
No, I didn't check them. It was like so gross. So
I'm not gross. Get out of here.
So, he was down in his underwear, and I was like, "Where am I gonna go?" Like I just take pictures of something else until he gets dressed. But I was
Anyone hungry for bratwurst?
I was like purple. I was like purple because it was like
You were purple, or it was purple?
No, I was like, "Don't look." Don't look.
I'm not looking. I would have been there too. I'd be like, "Oh my god!"
So when the men get undressed, and they don't care. Like if I happen to be there, maybe they see me, maybe they don't. Maybe
That's probably why they undressed.
Yeah, I don't know. So I get like.
It's possible.
Like I don't know what to do with myself. I'm like.
Why?
Because
this time we got to act. Action.
I'm not taking pictures
call to
of
action.
their underwear unless they ask. Unless they turn around, they're like, then I'll, of course.
Well, you got to provoke them.
How do I provoke them?
Hey, you want your picture taken while you're naked? How else? Let me get it candid. No. It'll be good for followers.
It's tempted.
Oh.
And Almir. Oh, can we talk about Almir really quick?
Yes, we can.
So he got hurt.
I know.
Did you see it?
I saw it.
Yeah.
You sent me pictures.
I did. It was gross.
You said don't show anybody, but I said
don't show them.
But I saw them.
So Almir, German weightlifter.
Super heavy.
He dislocated his elbow, but like his hand was like back this way, and the weights fell on his back. Mm-hmm. And the one thing I was really I wanted to work on this year is that no matter what, always keep shooting, and I couldn't.
Really?
I don't get queasy. Mm-hmm. Even now, just thinking about it, I had to get up from my spot and walk away because I felt so bad.
Yeah.
And I know that the team was there with him in the back, and they were really upset. But I got to talk to him afterwards. He tore his UCL.
Yeah.
He was more upset about that possibly his children seeing this.
Okay.
Home.
Yeah, that'd be upsetting.
But we'll see. The doctors were gonna. I know Eric interviewed him. And I tried watching it, but I didn't understand what they were saying. I didn't understand what they were saying. So,
we could get a translator on. Ask Eric for a translated version.
I may need to.
Can I have a transcript on that, please?
Because I just wanted to see how he was doing. But
that's
really bad.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like,
was that the extent of the injuries at the event?
No, there were.
Were there a lot? Really?
There were like 5 or 6 dislocations.
Really?
First session.
Man or woman?
Woman. Most of them were women.
Yeah.
I guess it's
common.
A common injury. But yeah,
unfortunately, it's not something you ever want to happen.
Mark talks about how he trains women in a certain way because they're prone to
dislocations. Yeah. And the upper bodies are much weaker.
Yes.
Relative to men per se, or need more development. Better way to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta be attentive. That's why a lot of lifters you look at, you see like the development between upper and lower. Russian women, they're always top and bottom.
Yeah, they're pretty
match. Yes. You're very, very symmetrical. Pick up. So what's next for everyday lifters? What are you going to be up to for the next couple months?
So I have a separate business that I just need to tend to. So it's the Viviana Podhaiski photography.
Okay.
So I came back to several jobs that I need to finish up and albums. And then as far as weightlifting for everyday lifters, the next bigger event is probably going to be Youth Worlds.
Okay. Where's that going to be? I know where Vegas. That's right. When's that? March or February? Yeah. Okay. Because there's also some international event in Vegas. It's probably
the same one.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's all together. So that'll be an interesting event.
So that'd sort of be the big one. And then as far as traveling, it's probably Worlds again.
Okay.
I'd love to go to Ireland. I was talking to Sean about that.
Oh yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, the matter of logistics and everything. Mm-hmm. Well, Viv, thank you for coming on.
No, thank you for having me. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure.
Same here.
I haven't seen her in a month.
No.
Do you know how much she missed me? I know, a lot. So, we'll be back. We'll have Viv on again soon because she always has fun travels, and it's always fun being together with her.
Yes.
And then, as for that, I want to thank everybody for listening, enduring, watching, and enjoying this wonderful podcast. Next time, we'll bring you episode number 6 of No Traps, No Glory. And with that, talk to you soon.
Adios.